So the premise of this resolution, in my view, is extremely simple. It's that before we as a city council make a final decision on CLIC, we do some due diligence. Specifically, we audit, analyze, and establish reasonable methodology for the cost allocation between Tacoma Power and CLIC, both in its existing state and as proposed by the plan. And why do we do this? Because the plan is based on a cost allocation that we have significant concerns with, and because that cost allocation is fundamental to the dispute over the viability of CLIC today and prospectively, and to what we can and can't do. And because the plan approved by the board, with all due respect, does not resolve these issues. And making this decision without this information, from my view, jeopardizes the future of CLIC, and I don't want to do that. To make the best decision, we need the best information and analysis available. And the cost allocation it's based on has been a key driver in the underlying dispute over the financial viability of CLIC. And I think what's most important, or what's very important, is that this cost allocation over the course of 20-some years has changed significantly and has changed recently. In fact, I believe last year, the cost and allocation that CLIC is now bears increased by over 20%. And so that significant increase in the wake of a decision on the future of CLIC really bears on the validity of the current allocation that was adopted by the board. And so it calls into question what we can do. Is that right, wrong, or indifferent? We have an obligation before we make a final decision to perform our own due diligence. My goal is to get the best information, to make the best decision, to get to the truth, or if truth is kind of a philosophical question, to at least get to the facts, because I don't think we have them right now. So thank you, Mayor.
I think that an audit is a fundamentally good decision by this body to make, to have the most information for making an informed, objective decision. And I myself share the council members' concerns about the formal numbers put forward by TPU. I'm personally pretty skeptical of the official numbers. I think that there's a great deal of inconsistencies and just additional questions that come from them. So having a fresh set of eyes looking upon the numbers is very helpful.
I want to thank all the council members who signed on to bring this forward. I think this is a reasonable approach, and really looking into and making sure that we have faith in the numbers that we're looking at. It's been a couple years now we've been working on CLIC and how to move it forward. I know I pushed really hard last year to come back with the business plan, and we learned a lot through those committee meetings of what it was. And it concerns me when I see people saying that it's not profitable. This is just one more step of looking at it and making sure that we as a council are understanding where the numbers are being allocated. But that being said, we have a tremendous opportunity with CLIC to move forward.
We're going to have a review of the allocation, and it's going to be done independently. So that doesn't change. So I want to make sure we're on the record for that. All right, now we're going to vote. All those in favor of adopting amended resolution number 39577, please signify by saying aye. 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 Those opposed? Okay, the amended resolution is adopted. Thank you, everyone. We have directed the city manager and the city attorney to hire a consultant to review the allocation.